My guest today is the vocalist of a band that gives me serious 2010s hardcore and post-hardcore vibes while keeping it very current. They toured this year with Landmvrks and Boston Manor, and get ready to hear more about them in the coming months. He's also a fellow French, and I am so excited to see the French scene getting bigger and bigger. Clément Vauchelle from Aurore is here with me today. Hi, Clément.
Hello, how are you
Hi.
doing?
Good, and you?
Very good, thank you.
The first song you decided to talk about today is Kill Him by Aurore. Can you tell me a bit more about this song and why you chose this song?
Okay, so it's a song that originally was a really bad song that we recorded, mixed and mastered, and went to turn a video clip for it. And then we realized watching the clip that it was really bad, but there were still fragments of it that we still loved. It was quite a punk song with a little bit of teenager elements, and it was just a very little bit melancholic, but it was really much more of a hardcore song. We kind of recycled it into something more emotional and giving a whole different meaning to the lyrics that was already written. So to me, it was really something that surprised me and made me happy. We threw the song into the trash, the original one, and still something remained of it. It's a song that is supposed to give you hope, still with a touch of loneliness and boredom. So to me, it's a song that could represent what Aurore is today.
You talked about it quickly, but when you say kill him, so you're talking about boredom, right?
Yes,
This
exactly.
is what you want to kill.
Into the lyrics, I say, killer standing still, running over your heels, and that killer is the representation of boredom in itself. And when I say kill him, it's like you can get rid of it, you can murder it.
Did you write this song at a very specific time where boredom was taking a big place in your life?
So in the first place, when we wrote the song, we were complaining about boredom. In a way, like, fuck boredom, this is boring, but it was not really emotional. It was more like pushing it back. And while growing up, it became a whole different problem. Boredom was something that could really eat you, make you feel bad. And I think the turn it took made it more interesting and more personal. So the moment when I first wrote some part of the lyrics, it was more childish. But when I came back to it, and when Max, the guitar player of Aurore, came with another instrumental, I was really happy to be able to put these feelings that had evolved into something more emotional.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, when I came back to the new song with the previous lyrics, it was a special time when boredom has evolved into something really more problematic and deep.
The way I see it, for me, boredom can have two sides of it. Like some people really enjoy having the time to be bored, to do nothing. But here it's more like also maybe feeling a bit lonely or not knowing what to do with your life, something like that.
Yes, many people will tell you that having the time to be bored is a chance, and it's something that many people can't have and can't enjoy, and they probably think this is something enjoyable. My mom used to say, boredom is not a pleasure, but you become creative because of it. And don't always try to kill it, playing video games, being on your phone, because this is important. This is something that can evolve and become inspiration. I think there's different type of person, and some of them feel this boredom as an emptiness, as some void that can feel a little disturbing. And it's my case. At the beginning, it was just something I never really enjoyed it, to be honest. I've never been happy when I had nothing to do, but yeah, today it has evolved into something that kind of mixes with anxiety, and it gives something that is not enjoyable at all. Like my mother
Mhm.
say, it could be something important when you write songs or practice art, but yeah, to me it's still something disturbing.
You were saying for you, boredom is also associated with a lot of anxiety. And is it also because, and I can a bit relate to it, that when you're bored, there's a lot of room to be alone with your thoughts. And is
Yeah,
that a way also to a bit avoid that?
yeah. Precisely, I think when you're really busy, and that's something also that I do with my band. When you're busy with something that really gives you a purpose, yeah, I think you can avoid these thoughts that are really complicated to carry alone. Maybe that's why I said maybe some people handle it a different way. But yeah, in my case, it gives me too much time to overthink a lot of things, and
Mhm.
in my case, this is not a really good thing, I think.
Yeah, the good thing about it is that then in the end you can write songs like Kill Him, but on a personal side, it can get harder. And has that evolved from the moment you wrote this song? When was it? So I guess it was in 2023, something like that, and now in
Yes,
2025.
I think it does have evolved a certain way because I have less anxiety concerning my career and my future. Like I found a job. When I wrote the song, I was still a student, and it was a really special part of my life because you still don't know what it's like to have a job. You still don't know what it's like to carry a home by yourself. So I was really worried about this. But today it has evolved. It's still, it never went away,
Hmm.
but it's concerning the future of making music, the future of my relationship with my friends, with my family. This is a lot of thoughts that would not be if I was not like this, you know. So yeah. There's still a big room for these doubts that I hate, and still boredom can be difficult to struggle with.
Yeah, I understand, because it's because of that I guess you're the same. Then when you're doing something, you're always listening to music or having a video in the background. I don't know if you tried this, but some people tell you, well, you can meditate. And I'm like, no, if I meditate, I need to
Hmm.
dive deeper into my thoughts and everything. No, I'm not doing that.
Yeah. I tried that. I tried
Do you
that.
feel a bit the same?
Yes, my sister does it. She practiced yoga when she was younger, and she tried it
Hmm.
on me. Like she asked me to try to relax, but it's exactly the same as you. Like when I try to focus on nothing, this is when shit happens, you know. So
Exactly.
yeah, the easy way to kill it. It is but it's dangerous because you get on your phone, you doom scroll, you watch videos. When you kill every ounce of boredom, you can avoid some things that would come to you naturally, but
Hmm.
it won't if you are still distracted from this loneliness and this emptiness.
Yeah. Yeah, you can miss out on a lot of things happening because you just want to kill it. And it's a bit of a vicious circle, because the more you doom scroll or anything, and the more you need to have distractions and everything, and gets worse and worse. But
It's like killing everything. You kill a certain part of the problem, but you also kill everything else. I think this is not a
hmm
solution. The solution would be to
yeah,
find peace in your own way, but it's a long way. Not easy thing.
I know for me it's a lot about not avoiding things and actually facing how your feelings or things like that, but it's just easier to.
Sometimes it happens that you have to face it, you have to find a solution, and eventually it happens when you have the strength to attack the problem. And these are the good parts of boredom and anxiety. Maybe eventually you'll find some time when you decide that this is enough, I have to change something into my way of living in order to be able to face myself and don't be disappointed. And it happens sometime. It does.
Do you feel like you had already those moments where you feel
It
better and
happens.
you're ready to face it?
Yeah. It happens to me. It happens like a sea tooth. Like sometimes I have an up and I can handle my problems and get better, and I have the strength to struggle. And sometimes I go down and I'm like really, really bad. The mental health is bad. And in these moments, there's nothing I can do. And I know it's complicated with my friends, family, and bandmates because these are moments that it's really difficult to uh, take the right decisions. And it's not linear. It's always like this.
I can relate to that when there are some days where you just cannot go out of bed, cannot take any decisions.
Hmm.
So I guess if you're talking to bandmates or anything and you just cannot function
Yeah.
and you know it's going to be a bad day and you just need to wait for better days sometimes to come. Do you know what helps you in those cases to get better and to go out of this vicious circle?
I think I begin to have solutions for myself in this moment. It's obviously not easy for everyone, but I have places that I can go where I know I'll be alone, and I push myself in these limits that we talked about previously. I try to get to be alone as much as I can, try to put the phone away, try to put the distractions away, maybe watch a movie during nighttime. Also, this is part of my life. It's not the case for everyone, but I am uh, un intermittent du spectacle, je saurais pas dire.
Yeah, I think it's a very specific status in France. So for people who don't speak French, it's a bit like working so in shows, in concerts, in gigs, in theater, whatever. And this is a very specific status where sometimes you work, sometimes you don't. Yeah, as you said.
You can go through a whole month without working, and in these moments, I happen to isolate myself, try to put myself in the baddest condition to just come back stronger. Sometimes I don't know if it's the case for everyone, but I like to go down to the bottom so I can take a new jump.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, like
yeah, I try
when you're in a
to.
pool.
Yes, exactly. After that, usually I can face my problems. Like I said, it's in
Mm-hmm.
sawtooth. So I go to the bottom and then I try to go back to the top.
Yeah, no, isolation can work sometimes. So maybe the way you said, you're maybe more of an introvert, and especially working in shows, I guess you're always surrounded by a lot of people and then you're
Hmm.
just drained by all of it. You can love people and still sometimes enjoy your time alone. And
Yes.
it's funny because, yeah, this podcast, I called it Into the Cave, and I called it like this for a song of To Kill Achilles. I don't know if you know this band, and they have this song called The Cave. And he's
Didn't know the
saying,
song.
yeah. And so he's talking about how when he's in his cave, sometimes he understands that people can come reach for him, but they don't want to. So he just asks them to clear the way to make it better to go out. And so, yeah, you have your vision of the pool more drowning. For me, it's going into the cave. We all have our own image that we like to use for those moments.
Yeah, that's a nice way of saying it. I agree with him with this
Yeah.
lyrics. Um, yeah, this is exactly that. Sometimes when when you know it's gonna be a mess if you go out, you're gonna be really quiet, you're gonna be really clumsy.
Mm-hmm.
For me, it's better to really break, take a break from it. Actually, really, it's like a break. It's like when people are enough of everything, they go to the hospital and don't talk to nobody, get some rest. This is for me what I do when I go into the mountain, for example. Where I am right now, it's my parents' house, and when I go there, I'm really alone and it's quiet. So for me, this is the best medicine.
Isolating is not necessarily a bad thing if you just need to recharge. Sometimes it was just too much and you need to let go of all of it. So you're all about isolating when you feel like you're reaching the bottom of the pool. And are you also a good communicator about it, or is it something that is hard for you?
To me, it really depends on the person that I have
Mm-hmm.
in front of me. If I feel like I'm in a non-judgmental relation that I can try to express my feelings without judgment, yes, I love to communicate about it. And I
Mm-hmm.
really try to make people comfortable talking to me about their own struggles. But it's not easy with everyone. It's not easy with some people that you have, and they don't obviously want to listen to you talk. So there is also something. Maybe sometimes people are not going to judge you, are not going to um, got bad thoughts about you,
Mm-hmm.
but you are pushing this pressure on yourself. It happens sometimes that I don't communicate my emotions because I think like it's gonna ruin a good moment when I'm in a group of persons joking around. That's not the good time to talk
Mm-hmm.
about these thoughts.
Yeah.
So actually, I began saying I was really comfortable talking to people, but it's not really true because it's not really current. It's not. You don't have many possibilities to talk actually in the everyday
Mm-hmm.
life. So it happens,
Yeah.
but not as often as I wish.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I feel like it's often seen good. Sometimes we can tell about people, oh, they are always in a good mood. They always bring a good vibe. So it gives a bit of pressure of, well, I guess then I need to be like this all the time. Otherwise I'm going to ruin the mood. And yeah, it's just hard to express yourself. But also I think, and I've been to therapy for 2 years for that. So this is where I learned to communicate. Well, I'm still not a very good communicator, but it helped a lot. And my therapist told me in another point of view, like if one of your best friends or even a friend, you're finding out a bit later that they were struggling, how would you feel knowing that they didn't feel comfortable coming to you when actually it just can bring you closer because, yeah, just to bring a connection. And it's always hard because you feel like you can always take it on other people. They can always come to you, but we cannot even do it for ourselves.
Yeah, yeah, I understand. This is really interesting, and it's true. If I learned that, I think I would just be sad that my friend wouldn't come to me and say it
Hmm.
loudly.
I feel like I say that in almost every episode because I just recorded 2 other episodes this week. But maybe that's something common in vocalists that at least you put those words on paper and then you sing them on records, and it's a way of helping also putting those feelings out.
That's a really good thing and at the same time a bad thing because yes, it gives you matter. It gives you things that you can lay on paper, give to people, and if they resonate with it, if they understand it, you will have a great connection. It happened to me when we were touring that someone that I don't know comes to me and say, when I listen to your song, this one actually, it was Sparks Die Young.
Hmm.
I really felt concerned and it helped me feel understood. So to
Hmm.
me, this gave a really deepest strength to what I wrote.
Hmm.
And I was telling you before that I had a change of direction because my first lyrics were kind of rebel music, like I don't care what you think, stop talking to me, stuff like that. And I realized I could find a really more powerful connection with listeners when I had more
Hmm.
introspective thoughts and lyrics. So I really changed my mind on it.
Yeah, and makes me think because before having this talk with you, I also checked a bit about some interviews you could have done. And in this one, you were saying that the album is very, there are a lot of different things and it starts very angry and then ends up being more emotional. And Kirim is one of the last songs of the album, right? So it's a bit showing your evolution too.
Yeah, actually, Kilim was released 1 year after the album.
Mm-hmm.
And that's exactly the moment I had this change of direction. I went to angry kid to someone who wants to connect with people truly. Like
Mm-hmm.
I had a different meaning, but I still write some stupid things. Like it's important to me as well. I love it, but it has to be also another kind of stuff that really resonate to me.
Yeah, and I think it's great that some people came to you telling you that they could relate to it, that they felt less alone. How did that make you feel when that person told you this?
Honestly, it really made me really close to cry. It's really, I never experienced that before in my life. My heart was really, uh, and
About to explode.
about to explode. Yeah, and I think it really changed me for the rest of the lyrics that I could wrote.
Yeah, and it gives a real meaning into what you're doing.
But the question you asked was really interesting because you also asked what it has changed in my way of doing things. And
Mm-hmm.
I saw an interview of Flo from Landmvrks saying
Mm-hmm.
that it was a great thing to have real struggles to put on the paper for the lyrics, but also this loneliness has become something to him necessary for him to write. And
Mm-hmm.
this is also some kind of a trap to me. And I understand also when artists try to break, really make a difference with their
Mm-hmm.
depressed lyrics and then something more. Like movements had their struggle with this. Like the first album was really, really deep, emotional, talked about depression, talked about loneliness, and it was all around mental health. And now they had this last album, which is really more pop and positive and
Mm-hmm.
hopeful. And they tried to defend themselves because people kept saying that the first album was better, but they wanted to evolve, give something different to their audience. And
Yeah.
I understand that as well.
Yeah, because yeah, you're just evolving as a person, and yeah, I definitely see it in movements. I'm also thinking about Beartooth.
Hmm.
They used to sing a lot about his depression, his addictions, and everything, and now he's feeling better. He's writing songs about how he loves himself and how it's getting better. And some people just want the hard stuff and the sad stuff. You said that this song is the end is also pretty hopeful about it. So the beginning is more about how you need to kill it, and then how does the song evolve?
It starts with a statement which is this is a fucked up day, it's getting closer to the edge, and this is just the anxious environment that you could be put in when you're
Mm-hmm.
struggling with your mental health. And then like, you can take over it by just pushing it back. Like it's not really rational when I try to defend it. It's not rational at all. It's just like a war song. That's something you will listen to give you hope and give you courage. Like selling the name of the thing. Like really push it back. Like try to go forward and move ahead.
Yeah, it's instead of letting you kill it, you're killing him, or at least finding ways to live more at peace with it also.
Yeah, I think this was the way I tried to make a bridge between uh, hardness and emotion. Like it's still violence, but it talks about something really personal, and I still like it when it's a bit acid. Like when you talk about something, but with strong language and, it makes
Mhm.
you feel empowered. But still, I want to talk about this, and I want people to uh, have a feeling that will resonate with their struggle.
And as you said, someone told you that they were, so I guess you're doing a good job at it.
Yeah, thank you so much. Like when I listen to the album today, there's so many lyrics that I would like to change. But if it's still, if the message is clear and people can resonate with it, I'm really happy with that.
And you started talking about movements. You wanted to talk about Daylily by Movement, which is also a pretty sad song, but full of hope. And the whole album is a bit like that. There are songs that would just put myself in the cave, put you maybe at the bottom of the swimming pool, and some more hopeful. So why did you choose this song?
To me, it talks about something which could be sad, but it's something that you have in you. So it's not like talking about things that make you struggle is a good way to feel better. So to me, it's not really sad to talk about mental health. It's just a way to put a name on it, making progress. And so to me, even the lyrics are hopeful. When Patrick says, I think it's time you have a big cloud summer.
Mm-hmm.
It's quite the same thing that I try to do in Killing. Something better is possible. Try and make it. And even if you fail, it's okay. You still have a second chance. You still have, try still to believe in yourself and try still to have hope. Things are not that desperate for you. I think this is a message that can really make a difference. Like, there is a before, there is an after listening to this song when you have this kind of thoughts.
I think there are two ways of listening to this song. Whether you think about someone you know who could have a pink cloud summer, or you could take it personally and listening to it as if Patrick was telling you, it's time you have a pink cloud summer.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, he wrote the song for a friend. I think he knew this kind of feelings as well, but he wrote the song for someone. It puts another layer of emotions. Like this is really subtle, I think.
The whole album is really so good, and I have to admit I love what they are doing now also, but this album also holds a special place in my heart for its meaning.
Yeah, yeah, the same for me. But even if the matters, the subjects are very deep and kind of emotional, talking about uh, ugly stuff, the songs are made in a way like it's not depressing. It's not heavy to carry. It's like it's not pop. It's not. It's cute actually. Like the music they make, I think, in my heart is really introspective. I sometimes listen to things that are more like really sad, deep, black and hopeless. And when I listen to movements, this is not the kind of feelings it gives me. It's like it's always hope every time with movement.
It's actually comforting, and yeah, it's sad, but you're not alone with it, and there is a pink cloud summer
Mm.
coming after. Hope came back a lot in the discussion about hoping that it gets better and kind of knowing it. Are you more of an optimistic person, or do you force yourself a bit to create this hope?
No, no, no. I don't force myself. I'm really optimistic because uh, I'm pretty sure, as you say, that with communication, you create a bond with people that are feeling the same way. To me, it's something that when it's shared, become gold. Like through the music, through the movies, through art, and through many other things. This bad feeling can become something that make a link, a strong link between people. And also, this is not just about communication. This is also something I think that you go through when you're young, especially because there is still the future is so big in front of you, and it's really putting a lot of pressure on your shoulders, I think it's eventually going to get better. I don't see myself older, depressed and sick with everything. I think I'm gonna find the answers
Mm-hmm.
eventually, and even if I don't find all of them, I think I'll be happy eventually with my journey, what I experienced, the people I've met and stuff. Sometimes it's still difficult because, like you say, being surrounded by people all the time, but still in the noise, the jokes, the fun and stuff, it is not it is not a safe place for feelings all the time, you know? But
Mm-hmm.
I think, yeah, eventually one day, things are gonna get better for everyone. Maybe not everyone's things are not so easy, but yeah, I think there's still hope.
Yeah, I think it's good to have hope because I don't really believe in manifesting or everything, but it's just putting you also in the mindset of making things better, whether if you think if it's not going to be okay, like in French, we would say foutu pour foutu. We just don't do anything because anyway, it's not going to get better. So it's a good vision of it. And yeah, you were saying in the social environment where everyone is laughing and everything, and it's about finding the good balance and knowing the right people you can trust to share how you feel.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. I think if you say every day things will get better, maybe it's not gonna happen. But that's one thing that is sure. If you say every day watching the mirror, things are gonna be so bad, it's never gonna hear. There's probably less chances that it's gonna get better. This is why I will probably never quit music. It's this only place to me that allows people to connect around matters that they will never talk about besides into music. Like through the lyrics, I heard things that I understood deeply in my heart that no one never told me about before. And
Mm-hmm.
especially not in a conversation, not with my parents, not with my friends. It's not so easy to talk about these things. It's easier to think about it, try to put it into some kind of poetry. And then you can talk to people through what you wrote and how you
Yeah.
sing it. That's my way to get out of the cave and get out of the loneliness and boredom.
Have you ever had already conversations after recording a song or after someone, heard a song of you and, that created a conversation thanks to your lyrics?
To be honest, I'm not so sure. I don't think so. Maybe with Max, but actually it's never direct. It's always
Mm-hmm.
like people know, people who listen to your songs will know that you think this way. And so, they understood when you see them sing in the concerts. Uh, but it's not that direct. And it is, a shame, but, yeah, to me, it's more through the music and not directly. But I wish it happens more often.
Maybe for the next songs. You were right.
Yes.
Also, you were talking about the connection in music. I feel like, especially for this type of genre, or even when I think a bit more, well, now even like more mainstream music can get more emotional. But I think when we were younger, when we were teenagers, when we are all little emo kids, this was our only place to find something we can really relate to even, and now relate to it even more now that we are grown-ups.
Yes, that's also a shame that I was really bad in English when I was a kid, and I never really understood the lyrics. I wish I had did it because
Hmm.
I went through a lot of struggle that would make me really sensible to the subject, but I was really bad at it. I really got interested into the lyrics when I was around uh, 18, so it was really, really late to me. But I got the feelings through the voice, like the way
Yeah.
you scream it. I got into metal and emo when I was around 10, like with Linkin Park, Korn,
Hmm.
Slipknot, and kind of understood what they were saying without understanding the lyrics.
Exactly, yeah. The emotions just in the voice and in the music, and or at least it was making you feel something that you needed, like you needed to feel.
And that I would never find in another place. Like it doesn't happen in any other kind of music. It doesn't happen when you're hanging with your friends.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's. I think there is many different way of listening to music. Some are social, like you listen to music with your friends and create memories from that, and some are really private. To me, listening to Korn is something that I will only listen when I'm on my own, and I don't expect anyone to listen to it with me.
This is your own space to feel things, and
Yes, it's important as well.
sometimes we don't have the healthiest coping mechanisms or anything, but it's also healthy to find time for yourself and have your own things and not depend on people and just find the things that make you feel something.
When you are listening to music alone, there's no filter. There's no one who can possibly ruin
Mm-hmm.
the magic. Like, and it happens a lot when you are listening to music with people around. Like, it's something real private, I think, especially concerning emotion. I could not listen to "There Is a Hell, Believe Me, I've Seen It," etc.
Mm-hmm.
with my friends. Like, it's private. It's so private.
Yeah, I can get it because sometimes you don't want to. You just want, I don't know, a good not crying session or just a moment where you feel your emotions, and it's always harder when there are people around.
You're way more yourself when you're in a private garden, and when the private garden is cultivated.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, to me, it's important to keep it secret.
Yeah, exactly. Well, Clément, thank you very much for this discussion. I think it's really important to talk about it, and it's not always that we have this opportunity to go actually this deep. By the time the episode is released, there will be a new Aurore song that will be out. Can you tell us a bit more about this new song?
Yeah, sure. This is one song called Ashes Season, and it's a song which is kind of bitter. So compared to what I said previously, it's not really a song about recovery nor sharing feelings. This is just self-expression, and also it's a heavy song. So the music kind of make you want to say strong things and push all the misery out of yourself. So the future for Aurore is not gonna be only violent songs. There are many different songs that are gonna try to push even higher the emotions and push even higher the violence.
Mm-hmm.
So we never could choose between emotions and violence. So we just try to make different songs and explore the depth of all these feelings.
No, but I think it's great because lately we see more and more albums that have a real storyline, like all the songs they align together. And I think it's good, but also sometimes where you were talking about Landmarks and you toured with them and the album Lost in a Wave, I think each song is so different. And this is why it was one of my favorite albums when it came out, because there were just so many different things. So I'm excited to see what's up for all.
Yeah, thank you very much. And yes, in my opinion, some bands are great to exploring one precise emotion and one precise atmosphere, and they
Mhm.
make it so great. Like, for example, La Dispute make that kind of content that I think is the exploration
Yeah.
of one precise emotion. But we have a different way of writing music. Usually, what we do is we make one song, we do the exact opposite right after, and we try to make our way like this. So it's gonna be a long way to go to the second album, but at least you won't be bored listening to it, I think.
So it's a whole spectrum of emotions into one record.
Yeah, that's what we'd like to explore, yes.
So this year you toured with Landmarks and Boston Manor, and I think I didn't really count, but I think those are the two bands I've seen the most live. Hopefully, Aurore will follow the same path. What are your plans for the rest of the year and for 2026?
I think for the rest of the year and until it's done, actually, we will just focus on music because after the first album came by, we had a lot of work to do to book shows, to find partners, and do merchandising, and everything was made by yourself. So
Mhm.
it was taking a lot of effort. So, in my opinion, we kind of forgot about the music for a certain time. Like, I think we're gonna stick to making music, recording live sessions, and eventually touring after that.
Nice. Well, I'm looking forward to it, and hopefully you will tour in Germany and in Munich.
With pleasure. Yeah, German people have a really good reputation inside of metal bands. Vision, French metal bands, especially, like they all want to go in Germany and tour. So that would be a great pleasure.
Yeah, the scene in Germany is just unreal compared to France.
Mm,
And I feel like people in Germany could really like Aurore. So hopefully, if any German listens right now, go check them out.
that would be great. Thank you so much for the time.
Yeah, thank you very much, Clément. I think we are done here. So thank you very much for all those insights and this very nice conversation. For everyone listening, go check out Aurore, Aurore Band on Instagram, on Spotify, tap Aurore and listen to their new song. Go check them out. And for me, you can also follow me on Instagram at Into the Cave Pod, and I will talk to you again next week. And meanwhile, be kind to yourself. Bye.
Bye.